Ah, Alabama. Beauty, sunshine, and beaches. Most of America doesn't know how wonderful the Yellowhammer State really is. It's a great place. While lots of places in Alabama are truly fabulous, there's also cities in the Yellowhammer State that outright suck. The worst parts of Alabama. You know them when you see them. They're the parts of Alabama where you don't want to go, if you can help it. The goal today is to highlight the cities in Alabama that are the worst of them all. How do we do it? We measure the things most bad cities have. You know, where people are broke, where lots of people don't have a job, and where crime is sky high. We even measured the public school funding levels. Let's get started.
Shall we begin?
Our first stop on our unfavorable journey through Alabama starts in Phoenix City, located way out on the Georgia state line. What makes Phoenix City such a lousy place to live? Well, crime is the 15th worst in Alabama for starters. Household vacancy rates are about 15%, meaning there's lots of homes sitting vacant here. And households here earn substantially less than they do in most other Alabama cities, meaning there's not too many opportunities unless you drive into Columbus, Georgia for work. If you took I-59 north, before you came to the Georgia state line, you'd come to Fort Payne in DeKalb County. Fort Payne has a household vacancy rate of 18%, and schools here are some of the lowest rated when it comes to per-student spending and teacher-student ratios. Plus, job opportunities here are limited, unless you wanted to make socks, but even the sock mills are leaving. About 45 minutes east of Birmingham is Talladega, Alabama, one of the worst places to live in the state. While most Americans know Talladega for its place in NASCAR history, people in this part of the state know it for what it really is: crummy. Talladega ranks 8th in the state for crime, and the economy here really stinks. The average family here brings in about $30,000 annually. The commute time for motivated Talladegans is horrible. For a decent job of any sort, you have to schlep all the way to Birmingham along I-20. Yuck. Continuing our worst tour of Alabama, we come to Selma, a short drive west of Birmingham along Route 80. You know when you get there when you see a car up on blocks. Selma has a 12% unemployment rate, most families here live near the poverty line, and crime is the third worst in the entire state. The economic base in Selma was decent at one point, but the population has been diminishing at a high rate for the last 30 years.
But it's alright to be a little bitty, a little hometown or a big old city.
Yeah, it's okay to be itty-bitty, but ATMORE, Alabama certainly isn't alright. This tiny city near the Florida Panhandle has an unemployment rate that's nearly double the national average, and 1 in 7 homes sits vacant. Plus, people on forums complain about the quality of ATMORE schools. If you took I-20 east of Birmingham, eventually you come to Calhoun County and the city of Anniston. In 2002, 60 Minutes said Anniston was one of the highest contaminated cities in the country due to dumping by chemical companies on the west end of town. Crime is bad here, 1 in 5 homes are vacant, and the unemployment rate is nearly 10%. If you took I-20 south of Birmingham, before you even finished that Chick-fil-A sandwich, you'd be in Bessemer, and you'd be scared. Bessemer has the worst crime rate in the entire state of Alabama, and the violent crime rate is 6 times higher than the national average. In fact, last year there were more than 500 violent crimes here, meaning if you spent a year in Bessemer, you'd have a 1 in 50 chance of being attacked, raped, or killed. The city of Bessemer has tried to rebound from a loss in manufacturing and railroad jobs, but its population has shrunk nearly 20% in the last 20 years. Where's the third worst place to live in Alabama? The people in Birmingham aren't going to be happy to hear it, but it's you. Birmingham is 10th when it comes to crime, and there were 92 murders here just a year ago. The unemployment rate is hovering at about 9%, and for a large city, the average household incomes here are extremely low, meaning lots of folks here are broke and refuse to work, taking advantage of the welfare system. Just outside the city of Mobile is Pritchard, Alabama, a place you don't want to live. The unemployment rate here is almost higher than any other place in Alabama, nearly 1 in 5 homes is vacant, and just about everyone here struggles to make ends meet every month. Additionally, Pritchard is currently going through bankruptcy proceedings, so it's no wonder that the population here has been cut in half over the last 20 years. And where's the worst city in Alabama? That would be Gadsden, another city in Alabama where it's hot as hell, poor, and really dangerous. Crime is almost higher here than anywhere else in the state, the unemployment rate is higher than 8%, and 1 in 5 homes are vacant. Things certainly aren't looking up here. Additionally, Gadsden residents have a very low household income, and student spending is almost dead last in the state. If you don't live in Gadsden, or any of the other Alabama cities we mentioned, you don't have it too badly. Congratulations.